Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to the Imperial Balloons channel, where we strive to make you feel like royalty during all your special occasions. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how I did this setup for a first birthday party. The client actually sent me a photo of what they would like. This is the photo that they sent me. There's a couple of things that she wanted differently though. She did not need the baby blocks because she had them herself with one on them because it was her first birthday, of course. She didn't need me to bring a bear because she had one herself. And then for color, she wanted a light blue, a brown that would match her bear, and then a white. And she actually ended up changing that to a dark blue, a light blue, and a white. And then she also specifically said that she did not want flowers. So the colors that I ended up picking were all by Sempertex, not double stuffed. I used fashion white, pastel light blue, and I believe it was royal blue. I had already pre-inflated large sections of the garland in advance, so it was just a matter of setting it up at the location. So I'm just going to start by adding the first piece to the backdrop. I also made sure that I added 18 inches to the previously made garlands. Funny thing is, that big 18-inch that you see right there, I ended up pushing it to the back, as you're going to see right here. And then I totally forgot that it was already in the garland, and I just ended up putting a single 18-inch light blue in that same exact spot. So that was kind of funny. So I've been doing garlands for a little bit over a year now, but it's only been recently that I've been doing them for people other than friends and family. As you can see right here, I'm looking for the longest neck inside the cluster because neck to neck is literally my favorite way to construct the garlands. I just feel like they get tighter, less gaps, and you use less material, of course. But when I first started, I was using 260s, and then I used fishing line, and then I just gave neck to neck a chance, and yeah, it's my favorite so far. So obviously, as you can see, the two pieces that I constructed at home were not enough, so I'm just gonna blow up a cluster of, I think it was 6 balloons total, and add that to the top. I attached my garlands to the backdrop by getting a 260 and then tying the two ends together, and then you kind of make it into like a hair tie, a big stretchy hair tie. And then I put that around the balloon, twist it one time, put it around the balloon again, and then I added to the hooks on the backdrop. And then of course we have this big gap at the bottom that needs to be filled. And then here's another way to add clusters to a garland. I had wrapped a rubber band around one of the balloons, and then I am now wrapping that rubber band to the existing garland. I wanted to fill in that bottom left corner kind of, so I just took that 18-inch and kind of moved it to the bottom to fill up that space. I'd rather do that than just add a lot of extra balloons when it's basically already in the garland. You just have to kind of shape it and change it, and yeah, it'll most likely lay where it needs to and just look a little bit better. I wasn't really liking the shape of the garland. That's why I was playing with it so much and just pulling at it, tugging at it. And I just started switching the balloons around, seeing what I like, what I don't like, looking at it through the camera. So yeah, I just kept playing with it a little bit, and then I'm gonna move that top blue balloon to the bottom, as you can see right here, and that just completely changed the shape of the garland, and the curve was just a little bit cleaner right there after I did that. This is the part where I just blew up another light blue 18-inch when there is literally a light blue 18-inch exactly where I'm gonna put it. But yeah, because it was in the back, I just forgot that it was there, but it was basically already in the garland. I just added this one because again, I forgot that it was there. What I also like to do to add the 18 inches and then also add a little bit more depth to the garland is I add the 18-inch or the bigger balloon to the end of a 260, and then the little cluster that I want to add to the other end, basically the same way that we usually add the mini clusters. I just use a bigger balloon and then a little cluster at both ends instead of the 5 inches. So yeah, that's another way to do it. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Feel free to like the video, share the video with a friend, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. And you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at imperialballoons.ac. As you can see here, I'm starting to add my mini clusters. I usually blow up my mini clusters to 3 inches or maybe 3.5, depending on what type of garland I'm making. As you can see, the base of the garland isn't finished yet. I'm definitely gonna add some more balloons at the bottom, but I don't mind skipping to adding like the fine details kind of in the middle of the process, because sometimes you just get stuck, and yeah, you can just go back and forth as long as the end result is gonna be what you need it to be. So don't worry about doing things from A to Z and in that order. You can go back and forth between the different steps in the process. So at this point, I was consulting with my client because she had sent me the decorations that she had, and it had like these footballs on it, it had like a basketball on it. So I was just showing that to her and saying like, I can add this if you want me to match like your paper plates and whatever else decoration she had. And she really appreciated that because I didn't have to do that. She didn't order these. I just kind of went the extra mile to try and have it be a cohesive looking party. So yeah. And by the way, I should have definitely stopped blowing up that balloon because it ended up popping. So yeah, I had another one with me. I was gonna order more, but I was like, you know what, she didn't ask for this, so I'm just gonna get 2 and see how far I get. But yeah, it ended up popping, so I just put the basketball in there and kept it pushing. Another thing that I learned from watching a lot of YouTube videos is to look at your setup through a camera. Either take a picture, or in this case, I'm recording, so I keep walking back to the camera to look at it through a camera, because sometimes you just can't see what you need to see in real life. And yeah, I feel like I can't trust my eyes sometimes, so I just take a picture. Oh, there goes the balloon. I just take a picture, or again keep looking through my camera to see what I need to change. Yeah, because at the end of the day, people get these set up to take beautiful pictures with them, and yeah, it would be a shame if you look at it through a camera or picture and you're like, no, that's not it. So yeah, just another tip. At this part in the process, I was kind of feeling insecure about the basketball. I was just like, I don't know if I like it. I don't know if it's cute or not. So yeah, I just went on to fill out the bottom of the garland a little bit and just letting the basketball chill there and see what I felt, see what I was thinking. Yeah, sometimes, like I said, you don't have to work from A to Z. You could just go back and forth. And if you feel like you're getting stuck on something, just move on and then come back to it later instead of dwelling on it. At this point, the garland is pretty much almost done, but I was struggling with the vinyl because I think I had used this transfer tape for two other events. Yeah, definitely two other events. So it was not sticking. I was on the floor trying to get it to stick to the transfer tape, and I was like, okay, so transfer tape used for two events and then get rid of it because, yeah, it was a mess. Now I'm just adding some last finishing touches. My mom took a picture of me. I brought her with me that day because I was yeah, I was by myself that day, and she was like, you know what, I'll just tag along. And she was just watching me work. It was fun. It was good to have her there. She could see me in my element, you know. Thank you, Mom. Like looking at this design, I'm always so proud of myself when it comes to this stuff because I love to color block, okay? Like color blocking makes me so happy. I think I even asked her the night before, like, do you mind if it's color blocked or do you really want it to be like the scattered look? And she was like, no, yeah, I like the scattered look, so let's just do it like that. And I was like, okay, I got you. But in my mind, I was like, oh no, I don't want to do it. Yeah, with the way I am wired, I just I like to color block, but I think it turned out pretty good. And at this point, I was blowing up some extra balloons to put in the boxes that she had. I had to use the hand pump because her adorable son was sleeping like 2 meters away from me, and I didn't want to wake him. So yeah, I just blew up a couple. I just needed a little bit more to fill up the boxes, and yeah, at this point I was just kind of wrapping up the scene, placing the last finishing touches. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions or tips, please leave them in the comments below. Please like and share this video with a friend and subscribe to my channel. And you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at imperialballoons.ac. Thank you.